You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Okay, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about Caitlin Clark and more specifically Chennedy Carter and Angel Reese. We've got a fine for Angel Reese. We've got Chennedy Carter breaking her silence, or his silence. I don't know which way this person exactly identifies. All I know is she seems to be the WNBA's resident thug. Wow, we've got some real history that's emerged on her, and it explains a lot. And you got to look at the WNBA commissioner and sort of just ask her, do you want Chennedy Carter representing your league or Caitlin Clark? That's a very important question that the commissioner needs to be asking herself today, because, and we'll get to all of that, but yesterday, I mean, you can tell this is starting to affect Caitlin Clark. It is. She struggled mightily from the field. 1 of 10. She's carrying the weight of the world. They got blown out by the Liberty. I mean, we still need to remember they had the number 1 overall pick for a reason. They wasn't a very good basketball team. But nonetheless, she struggled. She looks tired. She's coming off a very deep run in the NC2As and went straight into the WNBA. Next year, that won't be an issue. And hopefully next year, the WNBA won't put out such a ridiculous schedule, because they have far and away one of the hardest schedules really in the history of the league. And I think all of this is starting to give you an idea. Fox News led with Caitlin Clark this morning. National News is leading with this story after that brutal, people are calling it hip check. Some of us are calling it assault by Chennedy Carter the other day against the Sky. Angel Reese was fined by the WNBA for skipping out on media after the loss to Caitlin Clark in the Fever. Well, of course she did. Chennedy Carter got on a presser news conference, and she didn't bother to answer any questions. Then you've got Angel Reese, who was clearly seen celebrating and also threw an elbow during the game. She decided to completely not make herself available to the media. It's in policy that they must. The Sky organization also fined $5,000 for failing to ensure all players comply with the WNBA policies. Angel Reese got a $1,000 fine. And by the way, the foul was upgraded to a flagrant. And I'm talking about Chennedy Carter's foul. Now, she's gone online running her mouth. And let's just take a look right here. She had the literal nerve to ask, what does Caitlin Clark bring to the table? You've got to be kidding me. I mean, if you have to ask that question, you are as ignorant as a lot of people believe that you are. Truly. And not only that, but you got checked for it very quickly. And pretty quickly, everybody can clearly see Caitlin Clark's a better player than you are. I grew up with all brothers. All we did is fight and argue. I love the hate more than the love. What don't y'all understand? I'd rather you hate me than love me. And I mean that on my dead aunt. Who the hell talks this way? Can you get a little more ghetto? I'm just trying to figure it out. I mean, normal people don't talk that way. Yeah, a lot of people grow up with brothers and sisters they fight with. But you grow up and you become an adult and you act like a good citizen afterwards. You don't carry it into your professional life every day. I mean, seriously. Then she comes out and she asked, well, what does Caitlin Clark offer? Right here. And that's that. Because besides three-point shooting, what does she bring to the table, man? And that was because she was taking shrapnel online after what happened. Well, somebody called her out on it. Well, Caitlin Clark's crushing you in every major statistical category, and Caitlin Clark's been in the league 11 games. I mean, seriously. This is the person that Kathy Engelbert wants the league to hang their hat on? Chennedy Carter? Is that what you're doing right now? A flagrant 1 is what we're calling it? Couldn't even do a flagrant 2. You couldn't even do a flagrant 2. And there's part of me that believes, because this has become a black-white issue online too, it's crazy, which should be insulting to most black people, because it's like coming out and saying black people don't know how to act. I mean, that's sad. But we know there's some hate going in Caitlin Clark's direction because she's straight and she's white in a league full of damn activists. Let's be real. Bunch of social justice activists. I present to you Chennedy Carter, the player who assaulted Caitlin Clark yesterday. This is her claims to fame, folks. Got terminated from the Atlanta Dream after threatening to beat up her own teammates. Quote, conduct detrimental to the team. 2022, LA Sparks picked her up and waived her mid-season for, quote, poor conduct. 2023, played abroad in Turkey. There's people saying that she got kicked off that Turkey basketball team. Seriously. And you're going to let her come in and bully the greatest asset to drop into the lap in the history of the WNBA? Is that where we're at? I'm baffled. I really am. Why was she even let back in the league? She's got a history, obviously. I think the WNBA is scared to do anything to somebody like Chennedy Carter because the wokes are going to lose their minds. And because of that, they're probably going to end up blowing their best asset. Because clearly, obviously, this is causing a lot of stress on Caitlin Clark. You could see it in her performance yesterday. I said yesterday, and fans online were already bringing it up, the idea of pulling their revenue and their money back away from this league. The new fans, Caitlin Clark's fans that came in, the only reason that these revenues at the attendance gates are record-breaking. I mean, not only is she selling out, you got people paying up in ticket price to go see her. They're not doing that for Angel Reese. The numbers prove it. We've looked at it. The television ratings, big, like broke every record, broadcast record that there was for a lot of these different networks. I mean, crushed the NBA TV, WNBA record, Ion TV, crushed that. And the biggest top 3 most watched games in the last 22 years, and we don't even know what that Sky and Fever game got rated the other day. They're going to end up pushing Caitlin Clark out of the WNBA if the commissioner does not. The commissioner, this is what the commissioner needs to do. Needs to get on Zoom and get every general manager and every head coach across the league into one large Zoom call. And she needs to send a stern warning. We have been a fledgling, failing league for 25 years. Nobody's wanted to watch us. Michael Jordan has walked into our league from a brand standpoint with the skill of Steph Curry and Larry Bird. We do not need to damage our asset. It is capitalism 101. Either that or keep sucking the tit of the NBA for the rest of your existence in order to stay afloat. I said it the other day. There's projections, $80 to $100 million. I bet you it's more. $80 to $100 million Caitlin Clark is adding to this league in 1 year in value. That's worth 30 Chennedy Carters. Wow, a flagrant 1. What a joke. I would send a message. I'd be like, if I keep seeing this, these players are getting suspended for 10 games, and all the wokes can lose their minds online because of the salaries. You ain't got to worry about Caitlin Clark's salary. She's making plenty of money from endorsements. Harsh reality, nobody cares about these other players. As far as watching them and consuming them, nobody wants to watch them. Tell me what you think. Black and white sports supporters, you know we come raw, we come hard on this channel. I don't give a rat's. I'm just going to keep it real. Nobody's tuning in for these other folks. And if they keep doing Caitlin Clark this way, all of this new money is going to evaporate and disappear in the thin air. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.